Hey, what's up, y'all? And we're back with another college football preview and prediction video. And then up today, we do have the North Carolina Tar Heels. Of course, this is going to be year one for the legendary NFL coach Bill Belichick. Decided that he's going to try out college football. So, of course, he was most well known for winning. What was it? Like six Super Bowls with the as a coach of the New England Patriots. Of course, when he had Tom Brady. And then yeah, and then everything just fell apart for the Patriots after after Brady left. So after the after a disastrous 2023 season, he was fired from the Patriots. So yeah, he was both the head coach and the general manager of the Patriots, and then Robert Kraft fired him. After all the winning that he's done for you. So it was sort of like a rift, like a falling out with Belichick and Robert Kraft, the Patriots owner. So, but anyway, and then of course, Belichick should be in Atlanta right now, coaching the Falcons. But no, we had to hire Raheem Morris instead. But anyway, so no one in the NFL wanted to hire him. I think that Robert Kraft basically went around telling all these owners, all these other owners, like Arthur Blank, don't hire Bill. So yeah, 2024, and he was without a job. So, and then for the 2025 season, after Mac Brown retired, he is now head coach of the North Carolina Tar Heels. Yeah, he and his girlfriend Jordan Hudson. A lot of people are saying that she's actually the coach. But anyway, we'll see how it goes with Belichick in college football. College football is well, it ain't nothing like the NFL, and he's gonna find that out pretty quick. So, but anyway, of course, let's start out by talking about North Carolina last year. 6-6, 6-7, with a bowl loss to UConn. Gave up 70 points in a loss to James Madison. Anyway, yeah, the defense, wasn't any good last year. Yeah, it was. Yeah, the defense was terrible. I mean, but the offense uh, was decent. But uh, anyway, then of course at the end of the season, my mom Mac Brown, my mom retires. He was kind of forced into retirement. It was sort of like a a retire or we fire you. So of course Mac Brown chose retirement. Anyway, so of course, my mom this year is your starting quarterback. Um, uh, his name Jacoby Criswell. Yeah, he's gone. He hit the transfer portal. About 2,500 yards, 58% completions, 7.7 per attempt, 15 touchdowns to 8 interceptions. But he's gone. He had a bunch of the quarterbacks leave. Like he had his name Harrell and Merdinger. They both hit the portal. So really, you're left with Max Johnson returning. Yeah, this will be his 6th year of college football. Of course, he was originally the starter to begin the season last year. Was injured. Suffered a season-ending knee injury in the opener against Minnesota. And then you did bring in Ryan Brown, who was the backup at Purdue last year. But after the spring, he ended up getting in the portal and transferring right back to Purdue. You did bring in Gio Lopez, who was the starter at South Alabama last year. He had about 2,600 yards. About 63% completions. Anyway, I mean, yeah, he did play a little bit better than Criswell last year. So anyway, so I guess it's mostly going to be a competition between Max Johnson and Gio Lopez. So the problem with Max Johnson is that he's been really injury prone throughout his career. I think that he's really only played through like one entire season. He's played for like LSU, Texas A&M, and now North Carolina. So, and of course, he is Georgia head coach Mark Richt's nephew. So, but anyway, now of course running backs. Omarion Hampton is gone. He is what made the offense go. He's what made the offense work, and now he's gone. I mean, Marion Hampton is a beast. He had like 1,600 yards and 15 touchdowns, but he's gone now to the NFL. He's now with the Chargers. So I guess it is going to be a lot of running back by committee this year. You bring back, you got Davion Goss, who was the backup to to Hampton last year. You had he was a freshman last year. You bring back Christian French, who was also a freshman last year, and then also got Caleb Hood, a white guy. Yeah, he's been at North Carolina for a while. You know, been a bench warmer mostly, but he has played at times when he was needed, and when needed, he has always been able to step up and come through. Like he did get a lot of playing time in the bowl game against UConn. He had like 11 carries for 78 yards, and he also threw a touchdown pass. So, and I mean he almost transferred away. I mean he did enter the portal, but changed his mind and decided to stay. So, and then I mean this was an offense that was scoring about 31 points per game and had about 400 yards a game. And then wide receivers and tight ends. You're a top receiver, wide receiver. J.J. Jones is now off to the NFL. And wide receiver 3, Nate McCullum, also off to the NFL. You got 2 tight ends, John Copenhaver and Bryson Nesbitt, both gone to the NFL. Yeah, Copenhaver was second on the team in catches, and you had Omarion Hampton was actually third on the team in catches. But you do bring back my wide receiver Kobe Pacehour, and he also entered the portal at one point, but it ended up withdrawing from the portal, decided to stay, which was big. And then you had one of your backup wide receivers, Christian Hamilton, would have been starting this year, but he transferred as well. But you did bring back Chris Culver and Jordan Shipp, and then you signed a few wide receivers out of the portal. The best of them being as a Johnson transfer from Michigan State. And then tight ends, you do bring back Jake Johnson, and then you've also got 3 tight end 3 tight ends out of the portal. So, and then also let's see. So then you did sign a bunch of offensive linemen. I think like about 8 offensive linemen out of the portal. So having to rebuild on the offensive line. A lot of them left. So yeah, so you do bring in like 40 transfers, and you also signed like 30 freshmen in this recruiting class. So, and you had 50 transfers leave. So basically, uh, kind of like at Colorado in Deion Sanders' first year, just almost completely turning over that roster. All right, so then on the defense, yeah, it's gonna be pretty much all new faces. But I mean the defense wasn't any good last year anyway. I mean, they had like giving up 28 points a game, 375 yards a game. Like you already said, giving up 70 points. Um, uh, um, to James Madison, giving up 40 plus in 30 or 40 plus points in a lot of games. So, but anyway, yes. So your leading tackler, your safety, Antavius Lane is gone. He's out of eligibility. You lose Amari Campbell and Power Eccles. Your linebackers. Campbell to the portal and Power Eccles to the NFL. So you're losing your defensive ends. Bo Atkinson transferred, and you have Desmond Evans to the NFL. Now, of course, your defense wasn't very good, but one area that they were good in, they were good at getting to the quarterback. Had 41 sacks last year. So anyway, let's see. Lose Elijah Huzzy, one of your starting cornerbacks. You had Hakeem Harris, defensive back, ran out of eligibility. Let's see, lose your defensive tackles. Lose Kevin Hester. And lose Travis Shaw. So to the transfer portal. So just, pretty much everyone, pretty much all the starters. You do bring back a couple of defensive backs. You get Caleb Cost and Marcus Allen and Will Hardy. Okay, so then you did get a cornerback transfer from Washington. Thaddeus Dixon was one of Washington's starting corners last year. Let's see, bring in linebacker Jamori House from Washington. He got a lot of playing time. You had Makai Gabayer was a starting a linebacker at Nebraska last year. He actually transferred to Missouri for the spring, and then the post-spring portal transferred to North Carolina. And then let's see, you got a defensive lineman, DeAndre Robinson from Florida, and you got another defensive tackle Isaiah Johnson from Arizona. Let's see, you've got some defensive ends out of the portal. You got Smith Vilbert from Penn State. And then you got Prince Yates from UConn. And I mean, he only played half the season due to injury. He only played in like the last 7 games of the season, but he was really good in those 7 games. He had 3.5 sacks and what about like 6 or 7 tackles for loss. Probably could have had more like 7 sacks if he was healthy for the whole season. He had a really good game in the bowl game against North Carolina. Right, he was basically unblockable in that game. So, I mean, so I'm sure you're glad to have him on your side now. But anyway, so we'll see, can your defense be improved, getting all these new players, getting Bill Belichick, who was supposed to be a really good defensive coach. So we'll see. But anyway, so now how about we go ahead and just get into the schedule. So we'll start out week 1. You get TCU. Now, of course, remember when TCU opened against Colorado in Deion Sanders' first year. Now, which of course TCU lost. Now we have TCU playing Bill Belichick in his first year. But yeah, I think that this TCU team, I think that they're a lot better than the one from 2 years ago. I mean, they were actually all right last year, so I think that TCU will be more prepared this time. So yeah, I think they're going to beat North Carolina. About week 2, you do play at Charlotte. What are you doing playing at Charlotte? But anyway, regardless, this is where this will be Bill's first win. Should be no problem against Charlotte. Yet it doesn't matter where the game is being played. And then next up we got Richmond. Same thing. Should be another easy win. So, and then next up you are at Central Florida, and they're rebuilding this year. They were horrible last year, like 4-8, and then Gus Malzahn actually quit to go be the offensive coordinator at Florida State. So anyway, but Scott Frost is back at UCF. Yeah, of course, remember when he won a national championship at UCF in 2017, so that undefeated season. But I don't expect Scott Frost to have that kind of success again immediately. Last time UCF was in the group of five. This time they're a Power Five, so that's a lot different. We've seen how Scott Frost was in the Power Five at Nebraska. So, yeah, I think this is a win. And then it's a bye week. Yeah, it goes bye Clemson, bye. Yeah, which is kind of weird. Of course, everyone gets 2 bye weeks because how the calendar falls this year. But I mean, to have a bye week and then play a game and then have your second bye week, I mean, that's just really weird. Just terrible scheduling. But anyway, after the bye week, you do host Clemson. Maybe college game day comes to Chapel Hill. We'll see. But anyway, I think that doesn't really matter. I think that Clemson is going to dog walk y'all. But anyway, and then after getting humiliated by Clemson, you do get your second bye week. Coming out of that, and then y'all play on the road at Cal on a Friday night. Yeah, gotta fly all the way out to the West Coast to play on a Friday night. So yeah, I think that this is going to be a loss. Anyway, then after that, you come back home and you play Virginia, and yeah, I think that's going to be a win. I mean, Virginia is terrible. And then, right, I think that brings your record up to 4-3. Anyway, and then after that, you do play at Syracuse. Yeah, got to go up to the Syracuse Dome. I think it used to be called the Carrier Dome, but now it's something else. Anyway, I do think Syracuse is a pretty good team. Remember, they won 10 games last year. They do lose Kyle McCord and some other people, but I still think they'll still be good enough to beat you. So that's a loss. You're at 4-4 now. And then next up, you do you got Stanford at home next, and I mean Stanford is just a dumpster fire. I mean, they've been winning like 3 or 4 games every year, you know, for years now. Remember when Stanford used to be good? Barely. That's a win. I mean, you've got to be able to beat Stanford. And then up next, you're at Wake Forest. Wake Forest is terrible. I mean, they went 4-8 last year. I think they fired Dave Clawson, so they got a new coach. So yeah, I think Wake Forest is a win. So now you're sitting on 6-4, and then you finish up against Duke and NC State, and those are both losses. I mean, Duke. Think that Duke's gonna be a good team again. went 10-3 last year. So yeah, that's a loss to Duke. And then at NC State, that's a loss. I mean, NC State has just had your number recently, so that puts you finishing up at 6-6, 4-4 in the ACC, which that wouldn't be too bad for your first year. I think that your only goal should be to make a bowl game. So, but anyway, so that is going to be it. So let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Give me your prediction for North Carolina. And thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all again next time.